Hans, are we the baddies?
Did you tell my husband you went giving him the farm, you breath old prick?
Yeah, and I'd tell him up again and him up the ass for free.
No, God! No, God, please, no!
2025, or going forward what I'll be calling it, the year of
Death!
So far we've seen famine, destruction, war, although thanks to the T-Man and Co, ever so slightly less, given recent results. We've also said goodbye to a number of celebrities, personalities, people who have shaped our lives for better or for worse. Now, I've made a video or two about those recently, and some reactions to their passings have been positive, others have been mournful, and some have been negative. Me, I tend to go with what Gandalf said.
Many that live deserve death. Some that die deserve life. Can you give it to them, Frodo?
But don't get me wrong, this video is not about the death of a person. No, rather it's about the death of an idea, a concept, the idea of comedy itself. For me, in 2025, entertainment as a whole, but in particular, comedy, is dead.
I get angry just thinking about it makes me mad.
Now, I'm sure we all love a laugh and can still find the funny in our everyday lives just the same as we always have done. Just don't say it at work, in the pub, on the street, around your smartphone, in private conversation, or in private messaging apps if, like me, you live in England.
Not a great plan.
About 3 or 4 weeks ago, I posted a video claiming to be done with the media industries and the creative space, and stupidly, last week, I went against that. Now, in my defense, I got rather drunk and was feeling rather stupid. I was also completely shocked to discover that David Mitchell and Robert Webb have recently returned to our screens, releasing a new show for Channel 4 called Mitchell and Webb Are Not Helping. Now, this show actually released on the 5th of September. I had genuinely no idea about it until I started seeing adverts for it on socials. And like me, you probably remember the glory days of Peep Show, that Mitchell and Webb look, and countless other shows where the pair had genuinely made us laugh. And so you'd be forgiven for thinking that this might be a cause for celebration. 2 of the nation's favourite funny men back on our screens. And so I checked it out. So what did you think of it, you may well ask?
Well, we're waiting.
It's just terrible. It's god-awful.
How are you feeling, darling?
After about 30 seconds, I was genuinely lost in confusion. I gave it another sort of 10 minutes, which is another 10 minutes I'll never get back. I genuinely could not tell if they'd made a joke or not. And I'm not being hyperbolic. There is literally no humour in this show. It's not funny at all. I genuinely challenge you to watch the first episode and try to laugh. I got as far as the camping scene, which I don't think is that far in, but it felt like a lifetime to get there. And admittedly, I was already checked out long before the sketch came on. But I honestly couldn't figure out what they were going on about. It's just really poorly written and terribly acted. Don't get me wrong, Mitchell and Webb have never been the best actors. And even back in the day with that Mitchell and Webb look, there were some hit and miss episodes, some real bad sketches in there, but you always got that payoff in the end. There was always that one that really hit. With this show, there is literally nothing. I mean, it's really poorly written, really badly acted, and it was almost certainly written by ChatGPT or one of the other generative AI softwares. I would go as far to say as it wrote the whole show. All we got was sixth form level acting, boring concepts and sketches that went on for far too long and never really went anywhere anyway. Unfortunately, there is just an absolute lack of wit, charisma, or laughs. There's only one joke. Well, it's not really a joke. There's only one attempt at humour, and that is the overuse of naughty swear words.
Sheer fucking hubris.
It really is the most basic form of humour to swear. And don't get me wrong, I'm no shrinking violet and I swear like a trooper. But it surely is a sign of a lack of ideas when one of the biggest comedy duos, maybe not in the history of British comedy, but certainly in current times, that all they've got is to just swear. I mean, it really is a terrible, terrible show. I can't stress that enough. It is god-awful. And sadly for me, again, it's the reputational damage that will result from this in anyone who has a shred of taste or has loved the stuff that they've put out previously. It's another example of how modern media is destroying itself by being terrible in the present, so destroying that viewing and that entertainment experience right now. But in being so bad, it sort of destroys its former glory as well through guilt by association. It certainly feels like the entertainment industry as a whole has given up at this point. I mean, the oversaturation of content on socials, but also on like Netflix and that kind of thing, and the seemingly never-ending culture war, which is just dragging on and on, has destroyed any resemblance of funny, interesting, or engaging, or even coherent entertainment at this point. The absolute smouldering pile of rubble we used to call movies, TV shows, and even video games at this point seems to be in its final death throes. And this is reflected by Mitchell and Webb themselves in the show's press pack, where they're quoted as saying, "When Channel 4 asked us to do another sketch show, we were startled, bemused, and available." And that word says it all, doesn't it, essentially? We'll do anything for the money because we're desperate to get back on TV. Coincidentally, what on earth is going on in this press pack? Did they genuinely forget to delete the editor's pushback on the JI content here? Well, that's another example of the competency crisis in action, isn't it? In what is supposed to be the elite of entertainment here in Great Britain, further cementing my hypothesis that entertainment, and in this case, comedy in 2025, is extremely lifeless, with literally no glimpses of its former glory to be had. Yeah, sadly, the heyday of laughter on the big and small screen is well and truly behind us.
Unless I can think of something very quickly.
Now, a lot of you may say that comedy has been dead for many a year, and with the odd exception, I'd be inclined to agree with you. And so maybe this is not the year that killed comedy. But it certainly is a year where we dug up its remains, desecrated the corpse, and then danced on the pile. Thank you very much for watching this video. I really appreciate you taking the time to be with me. I know you've got a lot of options out there, and it genuinely does mean a lot to me that you've chosen to click on this video. If you liked what you saw, and you liked what I said and what you heard, please do consider commenting, liking, and subscribing to this channel for more. That's all I've got for this video, and I'll see you in the next one.